So I'm gonna walk you through a hip hinge exercise here. We're gonna do 2 different variations, both designed to help us work on actually hinging at our hips. A lot of the times what we see, hello dog, when it comes to our hip hinge is we see this. So we're bending at our back, or we're more doing a squat than we are a hinge, okay? So what we want to be doing is bending here at this hip joint. So we're sending our hips back towards the wall, keeping that nice flat back, slight bend in the knees, okay? So what we're going to do first, hey Roby, can you go that way? Go lay down. Go lay down. Good boy. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is I want you to come up to a wall, and I want you to move your foot about a foot away from the wall, okay? And then I want you to literally send your hips back to the wall, okay? So I'm resting my weight on the wall behind me. We're then going to bring up this front leg here, and we're going to hinge forward, okay? Keeping that nice flat back. We're bending only at our hips. You should feel a really big stretch down the hamstring on this front leg. And what I want you to be thinking of doing with this front foot is keeping full contact with the floor the entire time, and then keeping our core engaged. So we're keeping that nice flat back and thinking belly button to spine as we hold that leg up and hinge forward. My butt is keeping contact with the wall the entire time, okay? That's your first variation. For your second one, we're going to take our foot, move away from the outlet. We're gonna move our foot onto the wall, okay? So we're still a little over a foot away from the wall here, and I want you to think of pushing this foot back into the wall while you simultaneously push this foot into the ground. So I'm nice and stable from here. I want both hands out in front of us, and what we're going to do is we're again gonna shoot our hips back towards the wall, and we're going to hinge and come back up. Shoot those hips back towards the wall, come back up. Hips toward the wall, and come back up. So we're keeping that constant pressure on this foot, pressure down into the ground, keeping our core engaged, belly button to spine, back is nice and flat, and we're hinging right there at the hips. You should be feeling this a lot in the glute and hamstring on this outside leg, as well as a little bit in this leg also if you're really pushing that heel into the ground.